Hello friends, we will talk to you about the mandala and the program that we will have in July. One of the big main topic that we will talk about is mandala. Mandala is a visual, usually a graphic representation of our mind, of our enlightenment. Usually it's the pictures of circles and squares in which the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and assemblies of all the sages presenting there. Usually we have this graphic presentation as a picture, an image, small, hang on the wall or maybe draw on the floor. But the mandala we're presenting to you is very big. It will cover the whole area of the room. In California last year we have it drawn on the ground with colors and all these objects, offerings, and it's we can hold more than 1,000 people. We have done it in Houston, Texas, and it's also very huge. Nearly 1,000 people participate in it, and so people can go inside the mandala and sitting there and reciting and contemplating, visualizing the Dharma. So mandala, what is it ultimately? It is the ways that you can go back to your root, to your enlightenment. The ways of practice is that use visual objects. So you have the offerings, you have all kinds of objects there, but it's according to the 5 elements: the earth, the water, the metal, the wood, and the fire. You have all these 5 elements there in order to represent what we are inside. To do that, we staying there and observe the coming forth of the Buddha. So mandala is the place where the Buddhas gather, but it is also the place of transformation because we focus on the Buddha. And by focusing on something, our consciousness will be enhanced and increased in intensity. And using the mandala as a spiritual tools, we can bring out the best of ourselves, which is the Buddha nature. In social level, the mandala is the practice that can help us to stay together as a community, so everyone can join in and we can recite together, and after the recitation we can sit in the mandala and we can socialize. It means that everyone just easily can connect with each other. But more than just social means, it's also the mandala practice also help us to realize that everything comes and goes. That is lives comes and goes. And so as a mandala, we see everything like the 5 elements, which is the body. It comes and it goes. But what remains is our permanent state of mind. Permanence here, meaning the Buddha nature, the non-dual nature, and that is very much the means that help people to focus on. And so, when we design this, we hope that it will bring a lot of benefit to people. As you see, the spiritual, the emotional, the psychological, the social level, we also see how this mandala can help us individual, because we can find that it is the direction that our mind, instead of looking outside, now we can look inside. And the mandala turned out to be the whole world, the living, the world we live in. We take the world we live in and we put it into a very, very simple context for us to see through. And that's basically what we want to promote, and we hope that this is the first time we do in Hungary, but it also the first time that we can help everyone to see that from something very solid, very concrete, which is basically material, we can arrive at something very spiritual. And from that point of view, we go back to this world here, we look into the world that here, and how we can see the world in a different way, and by seeing different ways, we can change our life. And how do we change our life? That is a second question have to be answered. So follow the mandala, we had the teaching that we call the Avatamsaka teaching how to be bodhisattva, meaning how to become a person of service. How do we promote our service in our work, in our daily life? So we will talk about the ideal of bodhisattva. How should we live in this world to be very beneficial, especially in Budapest, in Hungary? How would we live as a bodhisattva? And this is the learnings of how to open our heart, how to offer our service, how to create community, how to be someone that is greater than just ourselves and our selfish work. And so the mandala and the bodhisattva path, there's something that's very, very much integrated, and that's why we offer this program this summer, and we hope that you enjoy the program. Thank you.